I've kind of held off on making this video for a little while just because I don't really know exactly how to present it, exactly what to say, and I haven't scripted anything out or made like a bullet pointed list of exactly what to cover, but basically I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on with the book series for anyone that still cares, because it seems like a broken record type thing where it's like there's always, every few months there's, hey guys, stuff's going on with the book, shit's broken, I found mistakes, and then there's this, because it has literally just been an endless cycle of basically that for a few years. But to those of you who don't know, and this may come off as sound like an excuse, but from like what I've read in forums and for my experience scrolling through writers on Instagram and Twitter and stuff, that this is literally everybody else's existence. Every other writer's existence is basically exactly what I'm going through. It's just a perpetual cycle of agony and chaos until finally you shit out a manuscript and you say, fuck it. Or if you're like me, you keep retracting the fuck it and keep re-releasing, basically. If you don't know what's going on, the last time I did my final edits for Vengeance, Children of Faust Book 1. I put it on for sale and everything. I was like, hey, we're done, it's all good, blah, 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 because I have gone through, multiple paid editors. Me and Sam have gone through it in the past and fixed stuff, but it always seems like no matter what I do, either Microsoft Word doesn't catch something, Grammarly doesn't catch something, or I don't catch something, and there's grammatical mistakes, spelling mistakes, stuff that just somehow doesn't get picked up. And just kind of falls through the cracks. And with a 400-page, 200,000 word document, there's always something to be found, unless I was able to pay like $600 for like 9 editors to go through and do like a full sweep with a fine-tooth comb of every possible detail that could be misconstrued as a mistake or discovered as a mistake. It's going to happen, and that's the frustrating reality of it, and it's what I've kind of had to come to grips with and what I wanted to pass along to you guys. So essentially, what me and Sam have been doing is we've been reading the book to Dylan, because I've been hounding Dylan's ass for a while, just like, Dylan, you need to read it, I know you would like it, and come on, I'm your brother, dude, this is my project, it's my passion, it's my life, and I love it, and like, it pains me that you haven't read it. And it was just like, well, he's not going to do it on his own, so guess what? You're coming over after work, and me and Sam are going to read it out loud to you chapter by chapter. As we were going, I started to pick up a few mistakes. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I can't believe after everything I've been through with this, I'm still finding mistakes. So then I just said, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm going to take it down from sale. I'm going to delete it for now, and until we get through to the very end, again, it's not going to be available for purchase. And anyone that has a copy, I highly suggest you burn it, because if you throw it away, it might get recycled and resold at like some other shop, and I don't want that existing anywhere else. Burn it, and contact me. I want you to send me a message, whether it's through Facebook Messenger, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere, email, anywhere you can contact me with like a proof that you actually had a copy of the book or something, and I will figure out some good compensation for your money. I already have a couple of ideas on what I want to do and what I want to. It would probably require a physical, like a mailing address, because I want to send some stuff. I have a couple of ideas, like I said. If you don't want anything, you know, I would personally very much like to send you something as compensation, and then in the future I will keep a list and then provide you with the finished ebook once Sam, Dylan, and I get through all the way to the end. And additionally, as we're going through, this is why it's very important that if you have a copy that I am able to send you a new one in the future, because there are actually some story elements I'm changing this time. Basically, any copy that exists currently out in the wild is officially considered non-canon. So pretty much 70 to 80% of what happens, whatever copy you may have read or have, basically still happens, and like it all ends the same. Characters don't change, nothing like that. But there is some more deeply explored detail with some characters. There's actually even a couple of chapters that have basically been entirely rewritten, but still have the same end result. Like, for example, without spoiling anything, I'm just going to say chapter 18 is actually being completely revamped and redone but still, like I said, ending with the same result, but the way that we get to that point is altered a bit to fit the narrative better and to add better character development within. Some chapters like 17, 14, and such like that actually, again, have had some changes in them. Nothing too crazily affecting the story. I want to keep saying that because it all ends the same, it all works out the same, but some of the scenes have been fixed. Some of the scenes have been reworked because as we were going through, we were looking at my own writing, and I'm sitting there like, some of this is really, really awful. Like, honestly, as a writer, obviously you're going to have that kind of judgment on yourself for anything creative that you do, music or drawing or writing, whatever, singing, anything like that. But for me, I'm like, this is just bad writing. And it's stuff that, like, as I was writing, because remember, I started this in 2012. It's 2019, almost 2020. And that's how long this book series project has been going on with all of its elements and all the lore and stuff. And there are some chapters that I literally have basically not touched since its first real incarnation. Since I first published it back with Ex Libris, which is a whole other thing I don't even want to get into, some chapters have been untouched since then, and it shows. It shows, like, one of the... I consider it a compliment, but also a backhanded compliment that some people who have read it through to the end have said, I can tell as we got further along in the book that you improved as a writer. And I'm like, oh, that's good. Oh, that means stuff in the beginning was shit in comparison. Which obviously it didn't mean to come off as that way, but I realized, like, yeah, some of this is just actually really not good writing, and I definitely improved and grew and just found myself as a writer and learned my own story as things got further along. So, going from the beginning, I have been re-describing some paragraphs, fixing some clunky, awkward, and just not very good dialogue, even honestly deleting an entire chapter, basically. I deleted a whole chapter because it just didn't feel needed. It felt kind of shoehorned in for basically one scene that didn't amount to much besides showing the character's struggle, but the character's struggle has been so defined throughout in multiple instances that this just kind of felt like it was becoming clutter. So I literally deleted an entire chapter. But again, it's basically inconsequential. If you read it, it doesn't matter. If it's not there, it doesn't ultimately matter. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm actually working between chapter 17, 18, and 19 and making that entire day in the story, that entire collection of scenes, work better off of each other and assist the narrative further. So now what I'm saying is that if you do have an old copy, you will be missing some story elements, and that's why I want to compensate you, because, you know, this is the process of writing, and I should know better, but I'm too damn stubborn that I want to have a physical copy to exist that is up to date and perfect, but I can't update a physical copy. So that's why I'm not going to be printing physical copies of any of my books for a while, because I never know how it's going to change. I can update ebooks. I can update those digital manuscripts, to a complete T, but I can't update paperback. And I guess that might be my ego coming up, that I'd like to have something physical like that exist. But in the end, it becomes detrimental, and it becomes just something else for me to want to tear my hair out. If somebody finds an error in the ebook, I go, ah, shit, I'll go fix that. And then I can fix it in an update, you know? It's not that hard. But if someone finds an error in a paperback, it becomes a whole, like, everyone who has a copy, delete it. The T is supposed to be uppercase, not lowercase. There was a missing period. Red alert. Shit like that, you know? And it drives screws into my skull at the lowest setting of the electric drill. Just, you know, oh, that kind of hurt. I tensed my skull way too hard. But yeah, so it's honestly, it's difficult because at this point you guys have heard all this more than once, more than twice, more than 10 times you've heard this, and it pains me to have to keep saying it, but at the same time, it's like, I strive for my book to be perfect. It will never be perfect, but I want to get as close to the sun as I can. And I'll do anything it takes to get there. I have poured enough of my time and money into this project that it basically has become the one thing that I plan on leaving behind when I eventually die, is going to be my book series, and that will be my identity. So, I'm definitely, you bet your sweaty balls I'm putting all my work into this. So, and it's honestly, like, I love my own story so much, I just want you to get the full picture that I'm painting. That's why I have bonus content. That's why I have detailed lore on characters. That's why I'm writing the Origins miniseries, because it's backstory. It's hard to keep up with, because there's a lot of crap. The bunnies just probably tore something down in their cage. There's a lot to keep up with, and that's why sometimes there's kind of conflicting information, but it's all whatever. So, anyways, I wanted to let you guys know, again, that if you do have any physical copy at all, I know you might want to hold on to it for sentimentality reasons. I know you might want to hold on to it for some idea of this was, before he got famous, or some stupid archaic reason like that, which I understand. I get it. I do. That's why I've held on to basically every physical iteration of the book. I have every single one in a box, just for continuity's sake. So if you have one, I appreciate you wanting to hold on to it, and I appreciate you purchasing it or getting it from me in the first place, but please destroy it. If you can, just set it on fire, tear it up, shred it, I don't know. Anything you can do to make it not exist would be just an absolute favor to me. And then contact me, because I do plan on sending out some book merchandise to you if I can. Well, I will figure out what to send out for book merchandise as compensation. I will want to send you out a flash drive, a USB drive that will contain book 1 and Origins and Purity soundtrack, and some songs, and maybe even some bonus songs that aren't even available because they're on their future songs. I would want to send you those MP3 files, and also probably some other files that would be on the flash drive, just, images and videos or anything like that, just stuff. And I'm going to figure out some of the stuff I want to physically send you, and also I will log you away as a contact for somebody to send an ebook to when we actually read all the way through, and I'm able to say, okay, I've done my final pass, I've done an active pass, and we are done, blah, blah, blah. Which, by the way, we are over halfway through. We're 250 pages in, roughly, so out of 430 pages, or 410 to 430, depends on what we get to by the end once I reformat it, but we're halfway through, so it won't be too long. We're reading 3 to 4 chapters a week, if not more, depends on how long they are, so that's really it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, comment down below boobs, so I know you made it to the end. If you're new, don't worry. It's a thing. So thank you guys for watching. And if you want to see more information on the book series, then go ahead and check out vengeanceofficial.com, or follow Vengeance Official on Instagram, or Vengeance Official on Facebook. I will link everything down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Later.